Yingmin, how do you think that Jolin Tsai's career has evolved throughout the years since she first started out?
I guess it's the genre of songs she sings right now. It's very different from what it used to be like, and also her image. I guess what everybody sees is a very drastic change in how she looked like when she first came out. When she first came out, she was like the girl next door, and now she's like, I don't know, sex icon.
Yeah, she's like this sexy girl, that everybody wants to date.
Yeah, right.
Would you like to date her?
Well, I think she's definitely changed her image, and this one does work for her. I think the sexier image, she makes it work, and not everybody can pull that off, because a lot of women in Mandopop actually tend to go for girl next door. So she does do something a little different.
Okay. So on to Stefanie Sun. How do you think Stefanie Sun has evolved throughout the years? So we'll start with Boon first then.
Actually, I think the two of them have very clearly defined and maybe even opposing, because whereas Jolin has moved away from Girl Next Door, I think to a certain extent, Steph Sun is very much still in that mold. Yeah, but she is, I think the great strength that both of them have is that they can both handle fast and slow songs. But I would like to see them both maybe write their own material, more of that.
I see.
Yeah, Stefanie, I think she's more, she's not so much of, I guess she's not as image conscious as Jolin is. She's someone with spunk and with attitude. She doesn't really care what others think. I mean, she can be caught wearing slippers and jeans and strolling down Orchard Road. I guess she doesn't mind. Yeah. But, like what we heard from Jolin just now, she said, when I go out, I want to have at least my fake lashes and eyeliner and things like that. But this is something I think Stefanie is not concerned about.
Let's talk about their work then. I realized that this Jolin, right, she produces her work like quite fast, one album after another. But Stefanie Sun is quite slow actually. So do you prefer the 慢工出细活 or like 一个接着一个来?
I guess it basically depends on the album lah. But between the two, what I like about Steph is really her voice, which is quite unique.
我觉得我是个陶笛，我觉得我们还蛮像那个的，因为就是他其实声音是很顺的，可是他其实没有那么完美，然后也没有那么起眼，就是小小的，你也可以挂在脖子上，还蛮像我的。这一刻，时间变成。
So, I mean, if she has great material to work with, that's even better. But she already has the advantage in that she has a great voice.
What do you think?
I think one of the reasons why we get the idea that Steph is slowing down a little this few years is because right now she's on her own. She's not with any record label, so there's no pressure to release an album every year.
Yes.
Yeah, in fact, for Jolin, she didn't have it either, when she was still hanging in between, when her contract with EMI has expired and she was still deciding where she should go from there. There was last year, she was also quiet for a while. So I think Steph is at this stage right now, and I think it's great because she's able to work with the people she wants to work with. She's able to choose from different pieces of songs that she thinks that if I want to sing this, I can sing this. It's not because my company wants me to do it. Yeah, so I think she's taking her own time too, and I think fans are still waiting patiently.
Yeah. So whose work do you really prefer? I mean, would you prefer Jolin Tsai's work or Stefanie Sun's work, music?
I consider myself very patriotic, so I still prefer. Steph's work. Yeah, I can because I guess she stands out from. She's on her own. She's on her own slate. She's very different from. She's very different from Jolin or Tanya and she has a very distinctive personality and she has a very distinctive voice and I just like the whole package, the whole idea of I don't really care what you think, but I just want to do what I want to do.
Okay. Yeah. What about Boon?
Well, between the two, Steph has my vote.
Okay. All right. So, about their music career, which stage of their music career, appeal to you most?
I think if you're talking about who the top divas in Chinese pop right now, I mean, the two are certainly right up there, But sometimes, I think they've all classic tracks from different stages of their career, and I like songs from actually all stages, I would say. Yeah.
What about Yingmin?
I think Jolin was at her best when she was doing the Wu Niang album.
Yes.
Yeah, that brought in a lot of fans for her, I think, and also it brought in a great deal of responses and good responses, I must say, because it was at a point of time when we really saw for ourselves how hard she really worked to push herself. Whether it's the tight-fitting leather-like outfit or whether it was her moves or everything. Yeah, that was the period, I think.
So what do you think is the biggest virtue for Jolin Tsai?
I guess like what she said herself, it's determination. Because from what I heard, she has always been very determined. She knows what she wants. It's like when she was with a previous record label. Because you know, at her age, and when you're in your 20s, you want to start doing like splits or things like it's very hard because you normally do it when you're young.
Yeah.
But she started doing it when she was only in her 20s. It was very hard, but she kept pushing herself. You know, even in her when it was like after promos and everything in the hotel room, she was pushing herself very hard.
Wow.
She was determined to make it work. So I think determination is her biggest strength.
Yeah. How about Stefanie Sun? Then what is her biggest virtue?
Steph, probably her attitude, her character. Yeah, I think that's something that probably other Mandopop female singers don't have. Yeah, I mean, not everybody has guts to stand up for herself or not be bothered by what other people think. Yeah.
So who gets your vote? Jolin Tsai or Stefanie Sun? Yingmin.
Stefanie Sun.
And Jabun?
Stephanie.
Thank you.
Wow. It looks like now it's like equal.
Yeah.
But next up, let's find out what the fans think of their respective idols.